Days are getting longer, and the sun is getting hotter. Yes, it's that time of year. It's summer. And in summer, you get to have the glorious time of family vacations. Now, family vacations are a great time for families to get together and go on epic car trips, 8 to 10 hours long, with nothing to do but spend quality time with your family. And you get to see new places, and you don't have to shower, and you get all these glorious things. At least that's how it was with my family in the 80s, when survival of the fittest mattered. Hi, I'm Heather Reneau, and today we're going to talk about my family vacation. Now, as a child, we would go all over the Midwest, always in our car. My parents had the first 2 seats, my brother had the middle 2 seats, and I had the back seat. It was a pallet. We didn't have car seats where we were stuck in a seat for our safety. We had to stay safely in our seat because otherwise our parents would yell at us. Quietly and safely. You could daydream, sleep, tell stories. The one thing you could not do was leave your seat, ever, under any circumstances. You would play games like P, Philadelphia, Q. Oh, I hate it when I get Q. There's never anything that starts with Q. Queenston. You could make up stories about people on the side of the road. I see the people there from Texas. I bet they sound like this. Yee-haw! You had all sorts of things you could do, as long as you didn't leave your seat in the car. My favorite family vacation was to Yellowstone. Yellowstone National Park is in Wyoming. It's beautiful. They have buffalo and geysers, and I always loved it when we got to go to Yellowstone. We would stay in a tent outside, and we would eat hot dogs from a grill, and it was 5 days where you didn't have to shower or worry about anything, because if you showered, you had to go to the nasty public shower that weird people might use. So, at the end of that 5 days, my parents were always really ready to leave. As a curious child, I would explore everywhere I went. It was hard to keep me in one spot, but I was always told, you can go explore, but you need to be back here in an hour. If I wasn't back in an hour, there was no cell phone to track me. I just knew that I had to come back, otherwise I'd face the consequences. Now, I never really knew what the consequences would be that I would face, but I never wanted to face those consequences because it was the 80s and people beat their kids in the 80s. Not really beat, but more so than now. As we went on, the last day we were there, my parents were packing up our tent. They were really ready to leave, and I was just in the way, so I was allowed to go explore. Be back in an hour, my mom said. I went off and looked at the RV next door. It was shiny and glorious and beautiful, and my parents weren't that worried about it because I was just next door, and I knew that I had to be back in an hour because that was when they were leaving, so that we could get back before dark. Inside the RV was mac and cheese and a TV, a glorious color TV, 20 whole inches. This was heaven. How in the world do people do this on vacation? Now, today's parents probably would not let their child go into a stranger's RV in a national park 8 hours from home. But again, let's go back to this was the 80s. And my parents were sick of me. So an hour passed, and then 2, and I was having so much fun inside the RV until I remembered I'm supposed to go. I ran outside and looked at our campsite. Empty. My parents left. I ran to the front gate where you had to check in to get your campsite. My parents were gone. I went to the bathrooms because maybe my brothers had to go to the bathroom before he left, but my parents were gone. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to get a hold of them. I didn't even know my phone number. I was 7. We only had 4 digits to our phone number then. We lived in a very small town. So as I waited, not knowing what to do, I started to cry. I guess I lived with the RV people now. My parents didn't want me. I just cried and cried for about an hour until my parents came back, and my father was furious and my mother was in tears. And evidently they made it all the way outside the Yellowstone Park before they realized I was not asleep in the backseat of the car like I was supposed to be. I was gone. So on family vacations after that, we learned how to count to see who all was in the car. And I learned that when your parents say, be back at a certain time, there are consequences for not doing that. But at the end of the day, it was still a family vacation. And we still had a fun memory. And to this day, I can still remind my parents that they left me in a national park. Thank you.